men do not receive empathy from their partners in many scenarios. And so I did a survey. I have hundreds of guys in my groups too. And so I did a survey with my men. I'm like, maybe this is incorrect. Maybe the ladies really are empathy monsters. Maybe they're just brilliant at it. Let's check and see. And so I asked 3 questions. I said, do your feelings matter to you? And they said, yes. I said, do you feel like your feelings matter to her? And all of them said no, except for 3 guys, but 2 of them were in the first 2 weeks of their relationship and they both failed. And 1 guy was in denial about his relationship and they got divorced. So I'm still at 100% if I look at this. No empathy for 100 guys. I stopped the survey at 100. I was like, I have nobody saying yes. And the last question was, do you wish that she did care about your feelings? And they all said yes. And so if women are really showing empathy for men, that's a very different thing. Now they mix up empathy and well-being. Like, well, I took care of his, dishes, or I packed his lunch, or his laundry was done. I'm like, which one of those is a feeling? I'm like, those aren't feelings, and like, well, he needs to be the rock for my relationship. Tim needs to be the rock. And I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome. What feelings do rocks have? They do not have feelings. And so to have this need for connection, I found our guys, when we started doing our support, we do daily support. I had that call right before I talked to you. I had about 30 guys just on a call going, hey, I just need that backup today. And we do that every single day to make sure if any guys are in it, they're not in it alone. Yeah. And they hit those rock bottoms when they hit. And so I'm like, hey, we need training. And I'm with you with the connection, but men don't have connection. We're isolated. And you talked about the self-medication, especially when it goes to alcohol. Boys drink right away. That's why I say name a country song and hip hop song that don't have drinking.
Yeah.
Like they're almost all at the bar or at the club. Everyone's drinking. And I'm like, we drink to meet the girl. We drink when we lose the girl. We're always drinking. And I'm like, every coping mechanism says distract yourself through alcohol. No wonder so many people go right to the bottle. And so the isolation and the need for distraction when you do not have connection seems like without mentors, support, or belonging, it goes right to distraction from the reality. And then we're judged for that too. You're not empathized. You're not going, man, my guy just got hurt. Man, his heart just got broken. Oh, damn, that dude got blasted. He lost his business, his wife. He lost his kids. He doesn't get to see them now every other fucking weekend. And he was the guy who took care of everything. He didn't cheat. He was a good dude and just lost everything. Like, yeah, well, he'll bounce on his feet, figure it out. No, everything that guy lives for was just taken away. He's supposed to just what? Pull his bootstraps up. He's got no support. And so our guys come in and they're going to go, man, I got to bounce this off of somebody. Nobody gives a fuck. And you go like, damn, Tim, I fucking see you, bro. I'm in this with you. How can I serve and how can I be of service? Dude, I see you. It's not about me. It's about you today. Let's have your day. I don't know how you guys deal with the suicide talks on this, but this isolation with distraction, it makes suicide very logical. It's very difficult to justify suicide not being the most logical thing when you are all alone with the demons and they get free reign, fear, doubt, anger, distraction, suppression, anxiety. These things, it's a team sport. And if you're playing solo and you don't have your own team, you're going to get your fucking ass kicked. And they do. And the only logical thing is to end the game. And so I don't know how you guys have dealt with this, but we have found that I used to have to take those. I'm the only one qualified in our group to take those calls. And so I had to take those calls to be almost every week. Now, these thoughts still come up, but it's not as severe as it used to be. So it's easier to beat. But we started a group at night, just a night group, hang out, not do the deep work, not go into battle. Just you belong. And the guys who would be in the middle of the night drinking Jack Daniels next to a fucking gun, like those guys now had a place where like, I do want to hear what you have to say, man. And you are important to me. And I value you being here. And you're important, man. You're not a piece of shit. You're actually one of us. And I'm happy to hear your story. And damn, you went through that. You matter to me. And no deep work. Like you said, that guy at the front door, I didn't go and do any deep work with him. I just said, you're important, man. And I like to hear what you have to say. And sometimes that fucking glimmer of hope is enough for a guy to go, I'm not ending it today because somebody gave a fuck.